Our work session to order. We have a very brief but significant agenda item today, and we'll start off with Dr. Robinson.
Thank you, sir. Board Chair, Vice Chair, and Superintendent and board members, we want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today about the forecast of board agenda topics. I've asked Melissa to join me at the table because Melissa and I have been engaged in conversation in which she has shared with me the experience of the past of some of the things that have been done. And as a result is the iteration of this document right here. And so when you look at this particular document, it forecasts everything for the first quarter. The first quarter is captured from July until September. So typically, based upon the information that's been shared, we should be having this meeting in June. And so as we go to the second quarter document, which is going to come towards the last meeting in September, which will talk about October to December, and we'll continue that iteration all the way out to the fourth quarter. So when you look at this particular document, you will notice that you have specific things or specific agenda topics that are going to be coming forward. It is broken down by chiefs, so that if you have additional questions or any concerns or anything, you can reach out directly to whomsoever. If you look at the back page, you will have administrative FYIs. The administrative FYIs are just information that outlines things that you should be aware of or things that may be coming in the future that may be of interest to you. And Melissa, did you want to share anything at all? All right. So at this time, what we'd like to do is just open it up for, she's my backup. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, considerations, what feedback would you like to provide? Would you like to see it done differently? And is there anything in particular that is of interest to you that we need to take note of to make any significant changes?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Robinson. Board members, I know that you're viewing this for the first time, but does anyone have any thoughts or questions initially? Ms. Edmonds?
I just want to thank you. I looked at it this morning, and it's really, really helpful. Where possible, if you could do the dates for like the kickoff to kindergarten, I know that just happened, and me and Ms. Johnson Hostel were there at different times, but just that's the only thing that I noticed, and I know that's not always possible, but when possible, if you could include the dates.
Absolutely.
And again, board members, those of you that are committee chairs, I appreciate coordinating with Dr. Robinson on your committee schedules so that if you know things are coming up, he can get them on the agenda for everybody to see in advance. Any other thoughts or questions?
Just a point of clarification.
Yes, sir.
You want committee information included in this document as well?
Well, it says agenda topics for Board of Education meetings. I'm looking at some of these items, and my assumption is that they were just coming up. Are these items that are coming up specifically under work session or a general board meeting, or are these just coming up for us in any format?
I like the any format. That way it allows for flexibility.
Yeah.
So things can shift, so we can make sure that that's captured as well.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. Vice Chair Johnson.
One of the recommendations I did, well, no, not a recommendation. We've used this previously in the many iterations of term on the board. And one of the options, to Ms. Edmonds' point, is when dates are there, then you can provide what it used to be called a revision. So the board would get a revision if you had. This is absolutely when these things are going to happen. So that's still my recommendation. As dates become known, then especially for the administrative FYIs, I think are helpful for board members' calendars. You can tag it as a revision. That way we'll know it has some kind of update.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hershey, did you have a thought?
No, I'm going to wait.
Okay. All right then. Are there any other thoughts or questions about the forecast of board agenda topics? All right. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
Ms. Allen?
You want a motion?
I would love a motion.
Motion to go into closed session.
We have a motion from Sam Hershey to go into closed session, a second by Dr. Ring. Based on our agenda, I believe this would be to consider confidential personal information protected under GS 143-318-11A6 and 115C-319. Consider confidential student information protected under GS 115-402 and the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act 20 U.S.C. 132G, to consult with the Board of Education attorney to preserve the attorney-client privilege as provided in GS 143-318-11A3 and to consult with the Board of Education attorney in attorney-client privilege and General Statute 143 through 1811A3 due to current litigation, OZ by and through his parents and guardians, SZ and RZ versus Wake County Board of Education, 24 Eastern District Court, 02079. All right, all in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are in closed session. We'll give everybody a minute for the room to clear, and then we will continue with our closed session agenda.